I'm focused on Islam because in college, my best friend was Muslim named Nabil. And after about 4 years or so of discussing Christianity and Islam, Nabil became a Christian. And about a month later, he got his first death threat. It was attached to his car. Right? And then that doesn't stop because there's a situation in the world where Muhammad ordered his followers to execute apostates. Doesn't happen very much in the West, but there are places where it does. And as Islam expands, you have to wonder, when are people going to start taking Muhammad's commands more seriously? So I was in a situation where, wait a minute, here's my best friend, and he's actually under a death sentence from this religion that doesn't want to allow him to leave. And there are lots of other Muslims like this in the world. And so when I was trying to figure out what I was going to do in life, because, when I met Nabil as a biology major, then I became a double major in biology and philosophy. Still hadn't concluded exactly what I wanted to do. Ended up going to graduate school in philosophy. But deciding what I'm going to do in life, I realized there aren't a lot of people dealing with Islam. Right? There are 1.6 billion Muslims in the world. As it grows, it becomes increasingly more aggressive and antagonistic. There are places where women are horribly abused because of the teachings of Muhammad, where religious minorities are horribly abused because of Muhammad's commands, where even non-dominant Islamic sects are abused by the majority Islamic sects because of Muhammad's teachings. And you see this over and over again in the world, and when you look at who's dealing with it, there's almost no one dealing with it, especially not proportionally, right? You can find more Christian apologists who deal with like cults than you can with Islam, even though cults are very, very tiny percentage of the global population believe in a heretical Christian cult or something like that. But almost no one wants to deal with Islam. And so I noticed there's this massive problem, the teachings of Muhammad, very few people wanting to do anything about it. And so the situation was, even though I'm more interested in other things, I would rather be studying biology. I would rather be studying philosophy. I would rather be doing pretty much anything than studying the ramblings of an illiterate 7th century caravan trader who said the dumbest things I've ever heard anyone say in my entire life. I feel you can read if you read a volume of Bukhari, you feel dumber, right? You feel stupider after reading it. It's so ridiculous and stupid. So why would I want to do that? Well, because someone's got to do it. Someone's got to do it. And because when you look and see the situation, and you can see it with the Muslims in the comment section here, these guys have been manipulated. They've been manipulated, brainwashed all their entire lives. You can't say the kinds of ridiculous things they say without massive manipulation throughout your life. And so these guys, we talked about Salmon Player and these guys. It's easy to say, look at the dumb, blasphemous things they're saying over and over again. It's easy to say, oh, these guys are evil. But if you take a look, this has been done to them. This has been done to them by their religious leaders, by their families, and so on throughout their lives. And so it's just going to take people who deal with them regularly and patiently over a period of not just days, but weeks or months or years to help them get out of this absolute bondage that they're in. Someone has to do it. Most people aren't going to want to do it. And so instead of doing stuff I would rather be doing, I've chosen to be focused on dealing with Islam.